Hey everyone, we are so excited as we are only a few weeks away from our 6th annual Space Coast Basket Brigade. We are really excited because a lot of you guys have actually expressed interest in creating your own food drive at your children's school this year. Last year, we had Donovan, who at around 10 years old, went over to his principal and asked if he could create a food drive at R.L. Stevenson. Together, he made presentations to all the students, and they collected over 1,500 items, helping us to feed another 100 or so families. So if you're interested in having your child become a champion at his school, his or her school, and take lead on this, we would love to see how many more schools we can get involved. I'm going to go through today and just show you our school food drive package and answer a couple of frequently asked questions that we received, just so you have the basics on how to get started. So our food drive package is right here. Okay, in getting started with the package, you've got your letter all about how to get this taken care of in just a few easy steps that we're going to go through today. So we're going to teach you how the food drive works. The first step is in getting permission from your principal or vice principal at your school. The big thing to remember here is that the principals and VPs love to see two things. The first is the students taking initiative, and the second is minimal responsibility from the school itself. With the students taking initiative, they really want the presentation to come from your child. Talk about the brigade, why it's important to them. If they've come to a brigade in the past, what were their experiences? How does it work? What kind of impact do we have to the families? And what makes this different from another food drive? Let your child, obviously age dependent, lead the presentation and take responsibility for the actions and for the results. They want to see the kids taking the initiative. When you're doing your presentation, we do have a slideshow that we are happy to send you and that we are happy to edit so that it includes pertinent information for your school. Other ideas can be that you can create a poster. They can bring pictures of their past experiences. If this is your first year as a part of the Basket Brigade, we're happy to provide you any information that you need. Just do a Facebook post and tag me at Jacqueline Geroleo, and I'm happy to get you whatever we can. The next part of this is remember that the students or the teachers and the principals have a lot going on day to day. We're trying to take the responsibility away from them, and it comes back to your kids. So we want to show the school that this is not going to be disruptive. It's only going to add value, and that they are not going to be very minimally involved in this. The more that you can emphasize this, the better your chances are at getting yes at doing a food drive. Remember to keep it fun and keep it simple. The next step is notifying the students. Ideally, the principal or VP will allow your child or children or team of friends, however you want to do this. If you've got other families you want to get involved, or your kid has friends they want to do this together with, to make a presentation to the students. Donovan was able to do it in 2 assemblies to the entire school. This allows the students to not only know about the food drive, but it explains that it's more than just collecting cans. It gives the information about the brigade, how it works, and how these kids can personally deliver the baskets. The idea is to get them really involved and to get them going home saying that they want to come the day of. The other part of this is most food drives are a letter home and say, can you please send in this item or that item, or just grab some items out of the pantry. For this, we're happy to make this a contest. This gives a level of motivation, and it really gets the entire school involved. Again, this has to be approved by your school. With this drive, we obviously need specific foods. So we assign the points. Each grade is assigned a particular food item that goes along with each point. So for example, kindergarten will be assigned marshmallows. First grade assigned corn. Second grade green beans, and so on and so on. This is so it makes it very simple for the kids, also very simple for the parents. When they get the letter home, they know exactly what it is they need to provide, and also ensures that we're able to fill our baskets. A lot of time with food drives, parents will see the notes and go in the pantry, grab a couple items off the shelves and throw them in. Since this is for a Thanksgiving basket, we do need to be specific. The other side of that is, if for any reason you do find in the boxes of food that you're collecting additional food items that are not on the list, we do take them. They will earn points for the contest for them, Every donation counts. We do the in-transition baskets for our families that are living in hotels, tents, and homeless. Everything that we get, we will make sure it gets used to the families that need it the most. Now here's part of the food drive. First step is collecting and distributing boxes in schools. We went to Publix and got a ton of boxes from them. Banana boxes worked best since they were sturdier in order to be able to get all the food and collect all the food. For you, that's what we would suggest doing. Some of the schools might have boxes that they'll allow you to use. Some of them might have bins in the classroom that they'll allow you to use. It's really up to you on how you get that taken care of. The banana boxes do work best. You will want to make sure that you collect enough boxes for your classroom and you distribute them to each classroom prior to the start of the food drive. At the end of this package is a label that can be cut up and put onto the boxes that says Space Coast Basket Brigade Food Drive Box. It is up to you if you want to put that on the box. It's just a nice touch. Remember to get extra boxes because each week you'll be collecting the food and you'll need to replace the full boxes with empty boxes and or do a little shifting around. So just do what's going to work best for you. Now the next step is notifying the parents. For anyone that has permission from their school to do a food drive, we will provide you with all of the information that goes out to the parents. This will include the information flyer that's going to be an 8x10 that has all the information about the food drive as well as about the Basket Brigade, so they see that this is more than just a drive. After that, there's going to be pages that we will get to you that have reminder notifications. There will ideally be about 5 on a page. So a page might say, reminder, your child is in charge of bringing canned corn, or reminder, we need more green beans. We will print up enough for you for the entirety of your drive on however many weeks were approved by your school. It'll be your responsibility to cut up the notifications and then bring them when you're collecting the food. You can see if the principal will allow you to put the notifications into the teachers' boxes so that they get put into the backpacks of the students and sent home. Otherwise, we ask that you please leave them on the teacher's desk when you're collecting the food. Now let's talk about collecting the food. You can arrange with your school if you can collect it weekly, bi-weekly, or in one big shot. Your best bet is going to be to do in one big shot. That would be great just from a logistics point of view. What's probably going to happen is it's going to be a weekly pickup. This is also great because it allows you to collect the points, it allows you to show the results, it gets the kids more motivated, and when there's empty boxes, the kids want to fill those boxes back up. We will provide you with a paper that gets printed up and taped in each classroom. The teacher will count all the donations and post it on the sheet. We just ask, as you're collecting the food, to make note and make sure that the counts are correct. You will keep a master list of collecting all the points. It is very simple. You go to the classroom, you pick up the food items, you double check the counts, and you mark it down on your master list of how many food items that class has collected. You're going to keep the running tally because week to week, the winning classes are going to change. You will be so surprised as everyone's going to get to know you and know what you're there for, and these kids are going to ask you how many points their class has, who's in the lead, how many more do they need to collect. They really get inspired and they really get into it, and it's a lot of fun. They'll also wind up asking your kids and or whatever kids are helping out with as the team that's going to be taking the lead on this. When you collect the food, we can arrange with you how we can get the food. So we may arrange a pickup weekly and or bi-weekly and or a drop-off. Right now, with so many people being interested in doing food drives, it looks as though we're going to get a storage unit and we will put all the food there so that it's one big, easy trip for the day of the brigade. At the end of this, we'd love to celebrate. We're going to celebrate in a few ways. One, we're going to send out another information flyer to all of the students. That way their families are reminded about the actual day of the brigade and invited to participate the day of. Two, if your school will allow it, then we will provide prizes and or work with you in providing prizes to the winning class or top 2 classes. This is total in the school, not per grade. So some schools may allow a pizza party. Some schools prefer not to reward children with food. They may allow extra recess. They may allow a movie day. They may allow movie and popcorn. They may allow a couple prizes from the dollar store. Whatever you can arrange with your principal, please let us know, and we're happy to work with you and finding a way to make that happen. Please let us know how your school is doing, who your child is, and the day of the brigade, any kids that are part of your school. We would love to make sure to get group photos of them, and we would also love to make sure that they are recognized for their efforts the day of the brigade. The fun part about this is for the students, it's not just about collecting food items, it's about really getting to participate in the results and seeing the results that they've helped create. They get to not only get the food items, they get to tally them, they get to know who's in the lead, they get to bring them the day of the brigade, they get to pack the baskets, they get to deliver the baskets, they get to help the families that we're supporting. They really get an experience that's gonna stay with them, and that's something that we strive to create. The information on the brigade is on our information flyer that's been posted on Facebook. We are happy to revise this as needed. This one in specific is about the school food drive. It lists what we need, who we are, why we're doing this. A big thing is there's over 1,600 children identified by our school board as homeless. These are just the kids that we know about, and this does not include any of the low income or the in transition or the kids that are on the special lunches. These are children that really need our help. So when parents see that, they go a little above and beyond in helping with the donations. This is really what's driving us, is making this difference. We also have frequently asked questions about the food drive, what's included in a basket, how they can nominate families, what happens on the day of the brigade, and how their kids can participate. A big thing about this flyer is, please let your principals know. We will make sure that this has the Brevard County Public Schools disclaimer that this is a private organization, that this is not supported or organized by the school, and we'll cover all bases. If they have particular wording they would like included, we can put that on the flyer to make sure that you're covered. This is an example of the master classroom chart. So you can see it's very simple. You'll just list the teacher's name, the food that's assigned, whether it's the corn or the green beans, and their totals for the week. We do ask that as you do your pickups and totals, keep us posted on how many items of each you've collected. If you've had a great week of corn, that lets us know that we should do posts about cranberries. If you've had a great week of green beans, that lets us know that we should concentrate our Facebook post about pumpkin pies. The more information, the helps us. Towards the time of the brigade, we'll get with you the week before just to see where you're at as we're planning our big shop. This is the label that can go right onto the Basket Brigade food box collections, and then we will send you the flyers that have the 5 per page for the corn collection, green bean collection, yam collection, etc. The larger items like the yams, we tend to give to the older students, and you can give 2 points per can since they are double the cost for the donations. So pretty much it's very simple. It's a lot of fun. It does take work. It does take time. We do suggest that you organize your pickups once a week on a special day. We also suggest that you enlist other families or friends to help support you. It took us probably a good 2 to 10 people, depending on how much food was there each week, and at least 1 to 2 carfuls in picking up the food each week. So enlist your friends, enlist your kids' friends to help support, organize the time, Wednesday afternoons pick up, stay an extra hour after class, and go classroom to classroom, conquer and divide, and get everything loaded up. Any questions that you have or any way that we can support you, please comment in Facebook. Like I said, tag me at Jacqueline Geraleo or tag at Space Coast Basket Brigade, and we're happy to get you any information that you need. Thank you all so much for your interest. We hope that you have a great time with this. We hope that your kids have a great time with this, and we are looking forward to another great brigade. We'll see you soon.